Hello and welcome to another session on strategic management. I'm Safiullah Shinwari. Students, in last few sessions, we've talked about the corporate level strategy and also we've explained the business level strategy. But in this session, our concentration will be on the functional level strategy. So let's answer the question that what is a functional level strategy? Functional service strategy can be defined as the everyday strategy. It means this strategy is named as the everyday strategy, which is formulated to help in the application of the business in corporate level strategies. This strategy is aligned, or the strategy should support, or this strategy should help, because the strategy or the functional level strategy is formulated in order to work on the operational levels, and also to help the business level strategy and also the corporate level strategy and help the organization to attain their corporate and business level goals. One thing we have to mention that this strategy is also formulated at the top level of the organization, but it deals the functional level activities in operations of the business. We can also say that the functional level strategy is called a short-term strategy, which is formulated by the top management of the organization or the business companies for improving the performance and productivity of the various functional levels. Because the performance in the operational activities are taking places at the operational levels, such as the marketing, the manufacturing, the research and development, the human resource, the finance, IT and logistics. So normally these strategies are formulated at these functional levels in order to help them to perform in a better way or to improve their performance and productivity of their functional level activities. Going back in just talking a little bit about the corporate level and business level strategies, where the corporate level strategy or the business level strategy, they are setting goals and objectives for the overall business or for a given product line. But the functional level strategy helps that those goals and those operations or those objectives should be achieved. But one thing is very important, that the functional level strategy should be aligned with the corporate level and business level objectives. And this strategy also helps the organization to use the resources in the best possible way. Normally, in corporate level strategy or in business level strategy, the management or the top management of the organization, they were planning, what to do and also where to go, where to take, the business in future. But the functional level strategy, it answers the question that how to do the job. Because of what the functional level strategies or the functional departments, they're always busy at a root level or on the operational levels. So they're just helping the organization to perform the job, use the resources in a better way, and achieve the business goals or strategic business goals and also the corporate goals in general. And as we mentioned before, that the functional level strategy helps the functional departments. So what are the functional departments? Let's discuss about those departments in details. Normally, the organization are comprised of these functional departments, which the marketing department, production department, human resource department, finance department, IT department, and R&D department. So let's see that these departments, how they use the operational or the functional level strategies at root level. Talking first about the marketing strategy, it means the functional level strategy at the marketing department. We know that all activities concerned with the promotion of the product or the service, right from the identification of the needs to the delivery of the product, it depends on the marketing department. Because the marketing department is concerned with all these activities. At first, the marketing department should identify, highlight, and should get information about the needs, wants, and demands of the customers. And then, based on their needs, wants, demands, the marketing department should create, the product and services which are demanded by the customers. And then the marketing department should communicate So it means all these concerned activities of the marketing department related to the operational levels and functional levels. So for managing these activities, the marketing department have to formulate several strategies in order to achieve the marketing goals and also the business goals at the marketing level. We all know that actually that like marketing is generally oriented towards consumers and also product and also marketing related activities. So the marketing department should always scan and study the markets, segment the markets, target the right markets, and also offer the quality product and services, works on customer satisfaction, and also the marketing department must work on the 4 P's or the 7 P's, and align the resources and use the resources in a better segment. So and also work on the objectives of the business, study the competitors, and so on, right? So for performing all these aforementioned activities, the marketing they need to carry out, formulate, create different sort of strategies. Like for example, if a marketing department wants to price a product, so how to price the product, whether based on the quality of the product, or whether based on the demand of the customers, or whether based on the competitors. So it needs some sort of strategy creation. So that's why we say that marketing should formulate functional strategies, or for the promotional mix, that how the organization want to promote the products and services. So that's why we say that marketing strategies at the functional level should be implemented in order to help the functional level and also to achieve the business and corporate level goals. Coming to the financial strategy, as we all know that the financial departments of the organization, they are covering all activities which are related to the financial management of the organizations, which including the planning, financial plannings, utilizing the available finance, or acquiring and controlling the available financial resources. यानी फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट केस चिनाव में तना कि तमाम फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट करना, प्लानिंग के खदा करना, यूटिलाइजिंग द रिसोर्सेज किस्म में करना, और acquiring other resources बाबा कोदम शिवा में करना. So the financial strategy includes raising capital. How the financial department raise capital? So several strategies can be implemented. Either selling the shares of the company, either using other resources like taking loan from the institutes, other financial institutions, or either issuing debentures. So there are several ways through which the finance department can raise capital. So for raising capital, they have to implement some strategies at the functional level. So that's why we say that at the functional level, while the finance department are using the strategies, so those strategies should work to help in achieve the business goals, and also creating and implementing annual budgets. So what sort of strategies do the finance department use for creating the annual budgets, or sourcing and utilization of the relevant funds for investments? So it means how do they invest the funds? It also depends to the financial department, how they're managing the remuneration or the salary system of the organization, or management of available working capital. यानी कदम कैपिटल के फेलन वर्किंग कैपिटल अस उरे चिक्स मैनेज कदम एतना बशकल व शेवी खूब तरुरा मैनेज करना ताकि ब कंपनी प्रॉफिट बता, and also payment of the dividends to the shareholders in other related financial functions. It means the financial department is managing the financial resources of the organization. So for managing these financial resources of the organization, they have to formulate or they have to implement several different strategies at the functional level of the business. But these functional level strategies of the finance department should help and should be aligned with the business and corporate level goals and objectives. Coming down to the human resource strategy. We all know that the human resource department deals with the resource management. They're responsible to identify the need for downsizing of the employee or for hiring of the employee. So they have to identify whether the company needs to hire more employees for performing their activities in a better way, or whether the company is in need to downsize or reduce the number of current employees. So planning regarding the human capital management is related to the human resource department. And also we can say that the HR department is responsible how to recruit, select, and train the employees. So for the recruiting, or for the selection of the employees, or for the training and development of the employees, the human resource management, they have to use, or they have to craft some sort of strategies in order to better help the human capital of the organization to be more efficient and to be more effective. And they have to use some sort of strategies in order to hire the right type of people, the right type of employees at the right time for the right jobs. And also on the other side of the page, the human resource department, they are responsible for training and development of the employees, evaluation, performance appraisal of the employees, retention, motivation of the employees, in human capital management. These all activities to be performed. They required some serious planning, some tactical decisions, and also some sort of strategies in order to perform these activities in a better way. For example, if the human resource department wants to give training to the employees, so what strategy do they use? Either they're giving training on job, or either they're giving training off job, or what sort of strategies they're using for the promotion of the employees, or job rotation. So these are the questions that need to be answered by the human resource management through their strategies. Coming down to the production strategy at the production department, we know that one of the crucial or the most important department, and as the name suggests, that this department is responsible for the production of the goods, which are earlier designed by the engineering department. So the production strategies related to the manufacturing of the products. What sort of strategies do they use for producing the desired goods or the products? And the production strategy focuses on the overall production of the organization. It means that in general organization, so what sort of like production strategies they want to carry in order to have a better production system, effective production system, and also controlling the cost of the production. So these are all responsibilities related to the production department. Once the product is produced, so how the product can be labeled, or how the product can be packaged, the logistic and shipment responsibilities. So all these activities will be performed by the production department, and they have to craft some strategies for performing these operational activities or functional activities at the production department in a best possible way. The primary purpose of the production strategy is to improve quality of the product. Yeah, definitely. While they're producing, so they should produce the products in based on the quality, based on the defined quality, and also how can they reduce the manufacturing cost of the organization, because of what once the manufacturing cost of the products is declining or reducing, or the business is capable to control the production cost. So they will have the better opportunity in market to lead the market by what? By cost. Coming down to the research strategy, strategy implemented at the research department. That research department is one of the crucial department which should be always alert and should always be agile and active in order to just gather data for the organization regarding their marketing activities in other functional levels. In research, always just gets data about the innovation and also about the changing environments of the business, and also how to improve the business from the from the internal and external environments. So that's why we say that this department should also apply some strategies in order to gain the right information from the external market. It should bring reliable information to the marketing team that they can further process that and make their decisions based on that information, which can help the organization to lead in a market or in a competitive industry. And also this helps the company to get an edge over the competition. کدام ادارات که ریسرچ دیپارتمنتس داره و همیشه مصروف زیمی باشه که در مورد هر پروداکت یا سرویسی که و لانچ میکنه قبل از یک ریسرچ کندکت میکنه در مورد کستمرز need wants و demands و معلوم میکنه and also about the competitors strength and weaknesses و معلوم میکنه and knowing about their products and services, about the features and innovations of their product and services, and then the company can just diversify their products. میتونه که کمپانی تولیدات خود ازوا کنه diversified کنه and gets like a competitive advantage in the in the available products or in the available industry.